Okay, this is Miss Sussman's class, Chapter 8, Lesson 8. Make sure that you have pencil and paper before we get started so that you can take notes. Our essential question is, how can you record addition and subtraction of decimals through the thousands? And it's kind of a misleading question. Basically, they want you to be able to add and subtract decimals through the thousandths place. Let's do a quick review of place value. This is the ones place. Here's our decimal. Here's the tenths place, the hundredths place, and now we're working with the thousandths place. We've added the thousandths place. It works just the same as when we did through the hundredths place. So this shouldn't be too terrible. You'll notice that I have 1.845 on top, and that is because 1 is bigger than 0. This number is the bigger number, so it's going to go on top. Let's go ahead and do our subtraction. I cannot take away 7 from 5, so I have to borrow. 15 take away 7 is 8. I can't take away 5 from 3. I'm going to borrow again. A lot of borrowing. Notice I'm showing all of my work. Please make sure that you do the same. 13 take away 5 is 8. 7 take away 3 is 4. I bring down my decimal, and 1 take away 0 is 1. And so my answer would be 1 and 488 thousandths. It's a lot, isn't it? Okay, let's look at some addition. Now, you should be noticing it doesn't matter which way I put in addition. So I have my smaller number on top. Doesn't matter with addition. You can flip-flop. You can do whatever you want. But you should be noticing something's missing right here. I don't have anything in my thousandths place. So I'm going to put a 0 to help me remember. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add. 0 plus 4 is 0. 6 plus 3 is 9. 4 plus 8 is 12. I carry the 1. Bring down my decimal. 6 plus 3 plus 1 is 10. So my answer is 10 and 294 thousandths. I know, that's a lot. Okay. This shouldn't be too hard. If it's not making sense, that's totally fine. Rewind it, watch it again, and write down questions. Let's move on and look at some other examples. Okay, now you notice this is written a little differently, isn't it? I have 13 minus 943 thousandths. I cannot subtract like this. I can't do it in my head. I can tell just by looking at it that I'm going to be doing a lot of borrowing, so I'm going to write it out. And that's what I want you to do too. 13, and I notice I'm going to put a placeholder, a 0 for the tenths, the hundredths, and the thousandths, and I'm going to subtract. And I put a 0 here. You don't have to, but it helps me to remember that there's no number in the ones place. 943 thousandths. Now, I know you guys, and I know you're looking at this problem and you're going, oh, because you're going to have to borrow. And I feel your pain, but there's no way around it, so let's just jump in and do it. So I come all the way over to my 3. I borrow. I make this a 10. I borrow. Then I borrow some more. And now I'm done borrowing. Yay! Now I can subtract. 10 take away 3 is 7. 9 take away 4 is 5. 9 take away 9 is 0. And yes, you need to put that 0 in. 2 take away 0 is 2. And 1 take away nothing, or there's a 0 here, is 1. So I have 12 and 57 thousandths. And you can see that 0 is very important right there, because if you had left it out, you would have a number that looked like this. And that's not the same thing. That's 12 and 57 hundredths, not 12 and 57 thousandths. So you want to make sure that you put in this particular case, you have to put the 0 in. As always, I can check using inverse operations. Here I go. And indeed, I get 13. So I know that 12 and 57 thousandths is the correct answer. Okay, let's look at another example. Here we have an example of addition. Again, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to rewrite it because it's going to make my life easier. And I want, as I'm rewriting it, you want to be really careful. This 1 is not going to go here because it's not a 10. It's in the ones place. So you want to be very careful when you're rewriting it and make sure your place value lines up. And I'll just go ahead and put that 0 there to remind me when I add. And then I can go ahead and add. 0 plus 5 is 5. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry the 1. There we go. And I can check it using inverse operations. Yep, this matches. So I know that 17 and 305 thousandths is indeed the correct answer. Important to remember that place value plays a big role when you're doing these, especially when you're rewriting. You want to make sure that 1 ends up in the ones place, not in the tens place. Okay? At this point, you should be feeling pretty comfortable. We're going to go on, and the next slide will be your homework. And if you are having trouble with any of this, rewind it, watch it at least 2 more times. It's not a very long video today. Make sure you're comfortable with it. And then if you're still having trouble, that's totally fine. Write down any questions that you have and we'll clarify them in class. Okay, there are 2 problems for your homework. We have 32 687 thousandths minus 7 and 64 hundredths. And then the next problem is 12 and 847 thousandths plus 6 and 14 hundredths. And remember, place value is very important when you're working these problems out. So make sure that you pay attention to the place value. Okay, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and digging a little deeper with those word problems. Have a good night.